Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Dylan Holloway. First tonight, the Maine State Police are asking for the public's help in locating a man wanted for reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon. According to a statement from the Maine State Police, Jonathan Pryor was involved in an incident this morning in Lebanon. Police say Pryor may be driving a silver Hyundai Sonata with a broken back window and Maine registration plate number of 1224YS. That's 1224YS Maine registration plate number. Anyone with information on Pryor's whereabouts are encouraged to call 624-7076 extension 9. Well, firefighters responded to a wildfire earlier this afternoon near the riverbank in Orrington. Fire Chief Scott Stewart of the Orrington Fire Department says they arrived at 62 Ferry Road at approximately 1:30 p.m. this afternoon. He says the fire was contained to the backyard of the resident's home, but got close to a second home nearby. Stewart says the crew arrived pretty quickly after the call, came in, and were thankfully able to protect the surrounding homes.
Crews were able to knock it down, protect all the structures. But to actually get it extinguished, obviously you see we're still here 2 hours later. We're still working at some tough spots to get at.
Stewart says Holden and Bangor Fire Departments assisted on scene, as well as Maine's Forest Service. Well, we're learning more about an arrest made in a 5-year-old arson cold case. 34-year-old Kurt Searless of Phillips was arrested July 1st, 5 years after a reported structure fire at the Falls General Store, which was previously located at 176 Crosswell Road in Farmington. Searless is charged with arson and conspiracy to commit arson. Lieutenant Troy Gardner says the suspect had prior connections to the store.
And then we were able to obtain some new information recently, which allowed us to make an arrest. Yeah, I believe he had a family member who was, I may have owned or was connected to the building somehow.
Anyone with information about the fire is asked to contact the State Fire Marshal's office, which is located, which the phone number is 207-624-7076. Lieutenant Gardner adds that they made 63 arson-related arrests last year alone. A man from New Jersey was sentenced in U.S. District Court in Bangor Friday to roughly 3.5 years in prison for an alcohol-related crash that killed 3 people. According to the U.S. Attorney, 30-year-old Parneeth Manabolu was sentenced to 41 months in prison and 3 years of supervised release. Manabolu pleaded guilty on January 31, 2022 to charges including 3 counts of manslaughter, 2 counts of operating under the influence, and 1 count of unsafe operation of a motor vehicle. He was living in New Jersey on a student visa at the time of the crash. The DOJ says, according to court records, in the early morning hours of August 31, 2019, Manabolu was the driver in a crash on the Park Loop Road in Acadia National Park that injured him and killed his 3 passengers. The investigation revealed that Manabolu had been drinking earlier in the evening and had a blood alcohol content of 0.095%, approximately 90 minutes after the crash. The legal limit is 0.08%. The investigation also revealed that Manabolu's car was traveling 76 miles per hour approximately 3 seconds before impact. The speed limit on the section of Park Loop Road where the crash occurred is 25 miles per hour. One of Maine's largest mental health providers will be closing their group homes in Bangor and Belfast by the end of the year. Our Sierra Jordan explains.
What about our clients, right? And what about our employees? What's going to happen for them? That's where our minds are.
Those are some questions folks are asking after one of Maine's largest mental health providers announced a permanent closure of their group homes for adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities in Bangor and Belfast.
This is really a heartbreaking decision for us as an organization, and a decision that we did not want to make and end up in this spot.
Sweetser is known to serve nearly 30,000 children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities across the state. Of those, Bangor and Belfast have a total of 45 clients and 140 staff members. Kamiri says due to staffing shortages, Bangor and Belfast clients will have to find a new provider.
We've been really short-staffed for a long period of time, and that makes it hard. Our staff have worked so hard and tirelessly with our clients. They really care about them and are spending lots and lots of time being with them, even more so because we have those shortages. So the staff that we do have are here a lot.
Martin says the HR team is partnering with outside agencies, along with the Department of Health and Human Services, to determine transitional housing for clients.
The adults get to choose what their next step looks like. So we'll be working with them and their families to identify those options and to work through their preferences.
Adult Developmental Services is expected to cease operations in Bangor and Belfast by the end of the year. In Bangor, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
All right, thanks for that, Sierra. Maine is expanding dental health services statewide, and to meet demand, UNE says it's expanding its class size. Governor Janet Mills announced last week that MaineCare dental coverage is expanding to include more than 200,000 more Mainers. As a result, the University of New England says it's increasing its class size of its College of Dental Medicine from 64 to 72.
So by having more students in our program, we won't be increasing the size of our clinic, but we will be able to have more affiliated externship sites, which means we can send more of our fourth-year students out into the community.
I have patients that drive 6 hours from Machias, Caribou, Fort Kent, up in that area that haven't seen a dentist their whole life because they don't take nothing up there. It takes MaineCare.
MaineCare members 21 and older were automatically enrolled in the new dental benefit 1 week ago. Levant has got some barrel racers. Today, competitors came out and strutted their stuff with their beloved horses and left with some cold, hard cash. Haley Ronco and Midori Emerson have been barrel racing for 10 years now. Ronco rode one of her grandmother's horses in Sunday's event and says, unfortunately, the day wasn't a win for her. However, Ronco encourages those who would like to try the sport to give it their best shot.
It's good to start out with just normal horseback riding, and once you get the hang of that, you just start out slow.
Ronco and Emerson headed to Levant at Apple Hill Stables for their competition. The owner of Apple Hill Stables says they hold several events for English and Western riders, as well as their annual rodeo, which is coming this September. Emerson says she took home $300 during her last barrel race competition.
Her name is Turbo. I've had her for 6 or 7 years. She's a rescue horse who I trained myself on barrels. She didn't know much when I first started riding her.
Emerson's mother says the real fun happens at state fairs and believes Emerson has a great chance at winning many of those races to come. Pretty cool stuff there, you know. I've never been much to get on a horse. They're pretty amazing animals, though. All right, we're going to turn things over to Conrad Supinski, who's in now with the first look at our forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much, and another cool one out there to start the day. Temperatures even in the 30s out there in some spots as some pockets of colder air really settled in. Machias came in at a 42-degree reading. Closer to the coast, it is July, and some 40s out there today, but now temperatures rose throughout the day as we pretty much almost hit that 80-degree mark earlier today. Not quite, as we were shy by 1 degree, but still some nice weather here in Maine, and temperatures looking nice all across the country, even some hundreds in the core of the country. So really hot air is here, and it is to stick around, and lots of sunshine out there, just a few passing clouds, and that will continue into tonight as temperatures drop once again into the 50s. Dylan?
All right, thanks, Conrad. Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the Challenger Learning Center is asking for your empty bottles and cans. We'll tell you why. And the town's last convenience store has closed. Those stories and more local news when we come back after this.
It's your car, it's your SUV, it's your truck. Experience the pre-owned difference with a huge selection of over 500 used vehicles at Quirk Motor City Used Vehicle Center, 377 Hogan Road, Bangor.
It's your car. Find it at Quirk Motor City.
Looking to keep it fresh this summer? Maine has just the thing. Locally grown fruits, vegetables, and herbs make for delicious cocktail creations like the strawberry jalapeno margarita and the cucumber basil martini. Or my favorite, the blueberry mojito. Tall, smooth, and incredibly appealing. Hey, strawberries aren't going to pick themselves. Find these cocktail recipes and hundreds more at mainspirits.com and the Maine Spirits app.
Every national call starts with a strong local connection. With kids off at college, a strong connection is more important than ever.
Ooh, a moment. I put the fish in the microwave. Honey, never microwave fish.
I just kind of miss you guys. Hey, did Noodles get his birthday gift?
Oh, he did. Noodles! You put the hat on him, too. So cute. He's so happy in his hat.
Stay connected to the people who matter, no matter where they are. The nationwide network built from your town up. U.S. Cellular.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Niecy Nash hosts the new music game show where you guess the lyrics or it's...
Bye, bye, bye.
You are killing it! Don't forget the lyrics, all new Monday on Fox.
Visit Maine's largest Chevy dealer, Quirk Chevrolet. Customize your ride by special ordering your Silverado or SUV at any of our 3 dealerships or online. It's your Chevy. Make it your own at Quirk Chevrolet.
Top of the morning, I'm Joe Cortez. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll have plenty to get to with the temperatures warming up this week. Devin Biggs will have your full weather forecast, plus Mr. Food will be cooking up something delicious, and we'll have all the latest news at a local area from the weekend, which turned out to be pretty gorgeous.
All right, thanks for staying with us, everyone. Wentworth's Family Corner Store in Frankfort is now closed. Customers who frequent the convenience store on Route 1 recently found a closed sign taped to the door. As first reported by the Village Soup, the Wentworth family owns other grocery and convenience stores in Waldo County that will not be affected by the closure of the Frankfort store. Our calls to the store went unanswered. Nearby residents we spoke to say there's been a store on this corner for decades. They say it's unfortunate that trend will not be able to continue. The public will get a chance to weigh in next week on a proposal to connect Portland and the Lewiston-Auburn area by train. It's been talked about for decades, but now the state is studying the impact it could have. Dan Lamparello explains the next steps.
Have seen trains ferrying people into Lewiston and Auburn, but a new study by the state could give that service a second chance.
We all need to recognize that it's absolutely needed.
Auburn's mayor, Jason Levesque, says as the region has grown, transportation options have yet to catch up and believes train travel could bridge that gap.
We're connected with an interstate, we're connected by freight rail, we're connected with air travel. Now we can be connected with passenger rail.
Right now, Maine DOT is conducting an economic evaluation study on the proposed service, looking at how much growth it could bring to the local and regional economy.
What we're trying to gauge is what additional, whether it be in retail or housing or things like that, what additional development might be spurred by implementing a rail service.
A 2019 study showed the service could run on a few different routes with possible stops in Yarmouth, New Gloucester, Auburn, and Lewiston, with an estimated cost back then of upwards of $250 million.
To say it'll happen and when it'll happen, that's hard to predict. But we're continuing to look at it.
And while the project remains just a proposal right now, the communities along the corridor believe it's the connection they need.
This isn't about someone from Auburn wanting to do a weekend in Boston every 6 months. This is about people that need to get to Portland or need to get to Auburn for work. They need to make sure that the trains are running on their schedules as well as a train schedule.
Well, the public will get their chance to weigh in on bringing passenger rail service here to the Lewiston-Auburn region next Wednesday in a virtual public hearing. Maine DOT says their full study should wrap up around September.
If you have empty bottles and cans at home that need to be recycled, the Challenger Learning Center has a solution for you. During the month of July, Challenger is teaming up with Damon's Beverage and Redemption Center to raise money for the Learning Center's space educational programs. Executive Director Kirsten Hibbard says anyone turning in bottles or cans can donate their refund to the center, and Damon's offers a 20% bonus. If you don't feel like getting out of your car, Challenger staff and volunteers will be at Damon's on July 14th, collecting bottle returns and accepting donations.
Thursday the 14th,
We're having a bottle bonanza where the Challenger team will be here. We're going to take over a machine and we'll actually run your bottles and cans for you for that to be donated to Challenger. So you can just pull right up, we'll take your bags, you can keep going on with your day on Thursday, and you will have donated to our bottle drive. And it's going to be a big day, and it'll be a fun day.
Hibbert says since Challenger is a nonprofit organization, they rely on donations and fundraisers to fund their educational programs. Anyone who has not been to Challenger, I highly suggest you go check it out. It is awesome. I'm a huge space nerd, so I love that place. Well, the Maine Veterans Project is at it again this summer with many events for military veterans and the public to join in on. Maine Veterans Project President Doc Goodwin says the Cornhole Tournament, which took place on Saturday afternoon, is one of the many events he will hold this summer for veterans in the community. The tournament took place at Coal Land Transportation Museum in Bangor.
We really ramp up summer, and almost every single weekend we have something going on, and just really want to try to give folks some tools that they can use on their own before the dark winter months set in.
Goodwin says you can find upcoming events on the Maine Veterans Project Facebook page. Cornhole's pretty fun. I've never been very good at it, though, so I'd probably get stomped in that tournament if I tried out. Well, residents throughout Belfast and neighboring towns gathered together yesterday for a Friday for a community-wide pig roast. As our Jody Hersey tells us, the event was a fundraiser to help a special young man in his fight against cancer.
Pete Lovejoy is a member of the football team and the wrestling team and the track team at Belfast High School. He's one of the top students in his class. Just a great kid, great sense of humor, great personality.
Back in February, 17-year-old Pete Lovejoy, the son of the Belfast Area High School principal, was diagnosed with stage 4 liver cancer that had metastasized to his lungs. He's well known, well liked, and even well loved by many in his community, including his teammates.
When we're around him, he's just like one of us. There's nothing different. Nothing's changed as far as how we hang out, how we do anything together.
Pork, hot dogs, chicken, and desserts were all available by donation to those who attended Saturday's pig roast. There were also raffle items and T-shirts for sale in order to raise as many funds for the family as possible. Lovejoy family friend Amanda Wetherington says she hopes this outpouring of support shows the family just how loved they truly are.
My hope is that they learn to live in the moment. Life is short, and you enjoy every moment of it. Soak up those moments and be present. That's my biggest hope, that they'll learn from all of this.
Pete Lovejoy and his family are heading to Boston for more tests next week. Business owner Chris Simmons says he hopes this event helps in some small way.
We had 70 or 80 people here helping today. And it's a no-brainer. If this just helps the family at all get back and forth to Boston and do their thing, then it's a success for us.
In Morrill, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
All right, thanks for that, Jody. Really cool story there to see multiple communities come together and try to help that young man. All right, don't go away, folks, because when we return from break, we'll give you the latest on the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. And a plane full of passengers catches fire. We'll be right back after this.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
I've been having foot pain for at least 10 years. The first day I put the key boot on, I could tell the difference. My pain level has been so much better. I was amazed. The key boots made it possible for me to actually walk without pain. I can go shopping, walking around the store without wanting to cry. I mean, I feel like dancing sometimes. The key boots made all the difference. Very happy with it. Comfort shoes, it's just changed my life.
Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. Soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
There's no denying Maine is breathtaking during the summer, but in a small Somerset County town known as Solon, there is one building that is covered in beauty year-round.
I can say very confidently is really one of a kind. There's no other place on earth with a building this vintage covered in frescoes.
We'll take you there coming up Monday on Fox 22 News at 10.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Now to the latest in the war in Ukraine. At least 15 people have been killed and dozens are feared trapped after a Russian attack destroys a 5-story apartment building in Donetsk. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson has the story from Lviv.
Russian forces are slowly making gains in eastern Ukraine and now control over 20% of the country. We spoke to some Ukrainians who have fled the onslaught.
They are shooting heavily. Last night my neighbor's house was burned. Then they hit the city center. People had their hands and legs torn off. 3 days ago school was bombed, so my child have nowhere to go to school. That's why we decided to leave. It was hard. They shelled train station, market, store, central market. We had victims and it happened in different places.
In recent days, Russian forces have taken over the Luhansk region in eastern Ukraine under heavy artillery barrage. Russia wants to take over neighboring Donetsk province next, completing the takeover of the Donbas region, the Rust Belt of Ukraine. The Russians have paid a price for the advance, losing tens of thousands of soldiers. Yesterday, a Russian missile strike targeted Kharkiv, Ukraine's second-largest city, not far from the Russian border. Russia has launched short-range ballistic missiles from its own territory, now off-limits to any U.S.-supplied weapons under strict rules of engagement set by the White House. While Russia has been making gains in the east and control more Ukrainian territory, Ukraine now launching counterstrikes using their new GPS-guided rockets sent from the United States. In the past week, Ukrainian officials say they've destroyed 14 Russian ammunition bases in eastern Ukraine. Here in Lviv, a former Austrian and Polish city and home of Ukraine's independence movement in 1991, we saw groups of soldiers today attending funerals. A block away, we also saw a baptism. In Lviv, Ukraine, Lucas Tomlinson, Fox News.
In New York City, a 15-year-old has been arrested in the stabbing death of a 14-year-old boy. It happened Saturday on a subway platform in broad daylight. Fox's Lauren Green is in New York with more on this.
The stabbing adds more fear to an already cautious city. It happened in the middle of the day when most New Yorkers believe the subways are relatively safe. But instead, a teen is dead. Yellow police tape blocks the entrance to the subway station in Harlem, where the 14-year-old boy was found stabbed in the abdomen on the train platform after cops say they responded to a crime in progress. Police reportedly say the boy and his attacker knew each other.
Our preliminary investigation indicates that a fight or dispute began on the street and continued into the train station where an altercation occurred.
Across the country, crime is posting double-digit increases from a year ago. New York over 37%, Chicago up 34%, and Philadelphia more than 25%. In Philadelphia, police are looking for a pack of teens who beat and killed 72-year-old James Lambert with traffic cones. The disturbing video shows them laughing and smiling as they murder their prey. And the senseless killing hits close to home as the Fox News family mourns with analyst Gianno Caldwell as he laid to rest yesterday his younger brother Christian. The 18-year-old was fatally shot in Chicago.
For those who may want justice for their families as well, keep fighting. The fight never ends until you get it. So keep fighting, keep persevering, keep working towards that because there is hope. And I'm here knowing that there's hope and that there will be justice for my baby brother.
And one note on the crime stats in New York. With this surge in crime, shooting incidents are actually down compared to last year. In New York, Lauren Green, Fox News.
Plane passengers catching fire shortly after landing at one of the country's busiest airports. It happened Sunday morning on a Spirit Airlines flight from Tampa to Atlanta. The Airbus 320 touched down at the ATL just before 10 a.m. The airline says the fire started after one of the plane's brakes overheated. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Fox's Charles Watson is in Atlanta with more.
Airport officials here in Atlanta say all the passengers on board a Spirit Airlines flight from Tampa to Atlanta are okay following a fire that broke out during the landing process Sunday morning. According to Spirit Airlines, a brake got a little too hot as the flight from Tampa to Atlanta was landing around 9:30 this morning, and that's what's believed to have ignited the flames. It was quite a scary situation for those folks on board, many of whom were confused and on edge as flight attendants tried to keep passengers calm.
They told us to remain calm, just stay seated until they get everything under control, but it's on fire. Like, how you going to remain calm? I don't get that.
We're told first responders were able to knock the flames down pretty quickly before things could get any worse. Spirit Airlines telling Fox News in part in the statement, quote, the aircraft was towed to the gate where guests safely deplaned without any injuries. Thank you to the Atlanta first responders for immediately meeting the aircraft. The plane will be temporarily removed from service for maintenance. Again, no injuries during this incident, but talk about passengers' worst nightmares. They'll certainly have a story to tell for quite a while. In Atlanta, Charles Watson, Fox News.
Yeah, scary stuff there, the plane on fire. Twitter may be preparing for a tough legal battle in the wake of Elon Musk's decision to cancel his $44 billion takeover. According to reports, Twitter executives have assembled a legal team and plan to file a suit later this week. On Friday, Musk blamed the social media site for not being transparent about the number of fake accounts on the platform. Fox's Christina Coleman is in Los Angeles with the latest on this story.
Twitter could push Musk to pay the $1 billion breakup fee associated with ending the agreement, but instead they say, we'll see you in court. The chair of Twitter's board is committed to closing the deal with Musk and said Friday they'll take legal action to do so. And right now, it appears Musk and Twitter are bracing for an intense legal battle. Bloomberg is now reporting that Twitter has hired a prominent law firm to handle the case, merger law heavyweight Wachtell, Lipton, Rosen & Katz. Also, Musk has reportedly brought on a firm that successfully defended him against a defamation claim in 2019. Musk's attorneys announced Friday that he's terminating his $44 billion deal with Twitter, citing a lack of transparency in the company's data regarding how much of its user base is made up of fake accounts. Twitter says it's less than 5%. Musk believes it's about 20%.
The lawyers are going to have a heyday with this thing, and something will ultimately get negotiated. The bigger issue, though, is the value of Twitter less because he's uncovered something, which is the number of fake accounts is greater than 5%, meaning that the advertising revenue will not be what they thought it would be because, you know, fake accounts don't buy stuff.
Musk didn't address his decision to terminate his deal with Twitter when he was in front of a lot of tech CEOs and media moguls at a conference on Saturday, but former President Donald Trump didn't hold back his feelings on the matter. While campaigning for Republican midterm candidates in Anchorage, Alaska on Saturday, he called Musk's contract with Twitter a rotten one.
Elon is not going to buy Twitter. He's not going to be buying it. Although he might later, who the hell knows what's going to happen. He's got a pretty rotten contract. I looked at his contract, not a good contract, but he's not. Sign up for truth. We love the truth. And it's doing good.
As for Twitter, the social media giant has taken a big financial hit since all the drama over this deal. Its stock has dropped about 30% since Twitter accepted Musk's offer in late April. Reporting in Los Angeles, Christina Coleman, Fox News.
Well, some very sad news out of the entertainment world. Actor Tony Sirico has died. The Brooklyn-born actor, best known for playing gangster Paulie Walnuts on The Sopranos, passed away Friday. That's according to his brother Robert. Sirico began acting in bit parts from the 70s to the 90s in films like 29th Street, Goodfellas, and Bullets Over Broadway. But it was his time as a tough but eccentric mobster in the groundbreaking series The Sopranos that cemented his reputation in the entertainment world. Sirico was also known for his work as an ambassador for the Wounded Warriors Project. The cause of his death is still unknown at this time. Sirico leaves behind a son and a daughter and several grandchildren. He was 79 years old.
The $1 Million Music Guessing Game is back.
Beat Shazam!
With the best dad and daughter team.
Dad, do not embarrass me.
Beat Shazam, part of $1 Million Music Mondays on Fox.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
You don't just go to work. You do the work. And it shows. You're committed to training and inspiring others. And you play as hard as you work. For that, you need a vehicle as strong as you are to get you where you want to go. Dedication. That's a Varney value, and one you'll find at Varney Buick GMC, Hogan Road, Bangor.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best and most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
Fox Tuesdays. Get a taste of this summer's sweetest hit.
Welcome to Crime Scene Kitchen.
America's best bakers must answer one question. What was just baked in this kitchen?
Touch, smell, and lick every single surface in there.
What is it? What is it?
It's a race to gather the clues.
Raspberries.
Dark chocolate.
And bake the mystery dessert.
We're gonna win.
But did you make the right dessert?
Woo! Crime Scene Kitchen. Tuesdays on Fox, and watch anytime on these platforms.
Welcome back in, everyone. A dog in Utah is dead after being left in a hot car for more than an hour. Now, Animal Services is using the tragedy to remind owners of the importance of protecting their pets from the heat and to never leave them in a hot vehicle. Fox's Brian Champagne has more.
Even just sitting in there for a second?
Mac and Cheese are 2-pound puppies who aren't interested in the kiddie pool at the Cache Humane Society, probably because they've been hanging out in shade. But a dog in Salt Lake City wasn't and died after being left in a car for over an hour.
We can pant and we can sweat, which cools us down twice as fast. Dogs can only pant. That's all they got.
The Humane Society director says even responsible dog owners are surprised by how fast it can heat up in here. So we're going to do a little test with our digital thermometer and a clock. The probe inside said it was 88.5 degrees, and then we moved into the sun. At 5 minutes, it was 96 degrees. At 20 and change, it hit more than 105, and that was with the windows cracked.
They don't realize just how hot it gets and how quickly heat exhaustion can overcome an animal, especially one that can't sweat.
On those really hot days, I would try to take him out really early before the sun came out.
The consensus here is check websites like bringfido.com for dog-friendly businesses, or get over those puppy dog eyes and leave them home when it's hot.
I give him treats, and I think he always knew that I would be back and that I loved him.
They want to go, but they don't want to be in a car, you know. They want to be with you.
When it's hot or when it's extremely cold, they need to be in their homes where there should be.
Yeah, lots of good tips there. As a dog owner myself, I know it's tough to leave the fur baby at home sometimes, but you got to do it. You know, even here in Maine, when it's 80 degrees outside, the cars can heat up extremely quickly. Seen some studies that they can heat up to around 100 degrees, maybe higher than that. So definitely don't want to leave Fido in the car there. Well, officers rescued a baby deer from a chain link fence. The West Seneca Police Department in New York shared the video of the rescue on Facebook. Officers came to the aid of a frightened small fawn after reports of the young animal having a hoof caught in a homeowner's chain link fence. They first tried picking up the panicky fawn, but to help calm it, but when that didn't work, the officers used an extended baton to help stretch the gap between links. Once freed, the deer went on its way, presumably looking for its family. Hope that deer's doing okay. Pretty scary there, getting its leg caught in the fence, and hopefully, of course, it ended up finding its family. Well, a mountain lion was captured on video roaming around the backyard of a home in Simi Valley, California. Homeowner Jonathan Klein says the mountain lion spent 24 hours hanging out in his yard and even captured and ate a raccoon before eventually walking away. The homeowner says the mountain lion did not show any signs of aggression, well, toward him at least, and did not appear to be agitated or distressed. Wildlife officials say the cat isn't collared, meaning it's not being tracked, and appears to be a young mountain lion that may have lost its way. Mountain lions are super, super cool and impressive creatures, but I'd be pretty spooked if there was one in my backyard just taking out raccoons. So a little scary there. Hopefully it doesn't come back to this person's yard. Well, the Maine Conservation Voters held a special online seminar Friday with one of Maine's leading bird experts. Nick Lund, who serves as advocacy and outreach manager for Maine Audubon, discussed Maine's diverse range of bird species. Lund educated viewers on some of the state's more rare birds, as well as the environments that they live in.
You know, one of the resulting factors from climate change is that there is less ice on the Northwest Passage. And so it's easier for birds now that traditionally live in either the Pacific or the Atlantic to switch oceans, to move through. And we're seeing that in the birding world. That's the bird's breeding plumage.
For those interested in Lund's new book, Field Guide to the Birds of Maine, you can go to nicholaslund.com. That's something I've always wanted to get into, you know, bird watching. I don't know if I'm quite an organized enough person to keep track of all those. You know, I was really into Pokemon as a kid on Game Boy, though, so maybe I'd be have a good time kind of documenting all those birds. Well, the running of the bulls kicked off this week in Spain. Saturday's bull run marked the third of 8 runs for the annual event. According to emergency services, at least 2 runners were gored in the leg, while 6 others were rushed to hospitals with severe injuries. The runs last from 3 to 5 minutes and attract adrenaline seekers from around the world. Those are, I don't know if adrenaline seeker is the correct term or just complete crazy person, because you could not catch me out there, suit or no suit on. Sitting in front of this camera, is probably about the most adrenaline-seeking thing I want to do right now. Running of the bulls, you got to commend those people, but you couldn't catch me doing that. It's pretty scary. What animal has 4 legs and 2 feet? A rare one in Pakistan. Simba is a prized pet to its owner in Karachi and does have 4 legs and basically 2 feet of floppy long ears, 22 inches and still growing. The month-old Simba has become a media sensation in Pakistan because of his ears. Simba's owner made special ear pouches to keep him from tripping on them. It's not yet known if Simba's ear length is a world record. Very, very cool. 2 feet of ears and still growing. That's pretty adorable, making the ear pouches. I wish we could get a picture of that, so I'd like to see that. Well, Conrad Supinski's in next with your full 5-day forecast.
A really chilly start to the day today. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s out there. Will we have another cold one out there tomorrow? I'll have all that weather coming up.
Sitting outside for your morning coffee, the sounds of the birds and the feeling of that warm breeze around you. Hey, this is what summer is all about.
And right now, get 15% off on all outdoor furniture.
Experience the outdoors at Jordan's.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday all-day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas,
$8.
Wednesday, small steak and cheese with French fries,
$6.25.
Friday, fish with French fries,
$7.50.
Saturday, small one-item pizza, fountain soda,
$7.25.
and you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
Hammond Lumber is the country's largest stocking dealer of Shoremaster products. You don't have to wait to get the dock system you want when you choose Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your LiftMaster? From PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
The City of Stars is going full-on supernova for the Midsummer Classic. All the heavy hitters will be here. The blockbuster headliners, the square-jawed action heroes, the A-list of the A-list. So get ready, because the All-Star Game is back in Tinseltown, and we're rolling out the red, white, and blue carpet. Tuesday, July 19th on Fox.
Find half-off deals today and save money by going to foxbangor.com.
Grilling and playing yard games, stories and s'mores around the fire pit. Soak up every minute of the season with your friends and family.
And right now, get 15% off on all outdoor furniture.
Experience the fun at Jordan's.
In NASCAR, the journey begins with one simple start. Turn, bump, win, and celebration. I am the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I am NASCAR.
It's the weekend. Happy Sunday and welcome back. A nice start to the day today. Barely any clouds out there, just a few lingering across the state, but all of us are in the clear until Wednesday as more chances of rain come in, more so Tuesday into the Wednesday timeframe. This will not be an all-day event, more on the scattered end, but we are not going to be that lucky with all of that sunshine because more chances of rain will arrive by Tuesday. And the winds out there are a little bit breezy closer to Bar Harbor, blowing at a 14-mile-per-hour wind. Here in Bangor, not too bad as we have a 7-mile-per-hour wind blowing from the west. So looking pretty good out there. Same thing in the waters. Barely any waves out there as the buoys are showing. So if you folks are out and about enjoying your weekends on the boat, go ahead and enjoy that. Just do not forget that sunscreen out there with all of that sunshine out there and UV indexes pretty high up there. So close to 45 minutes on the sunlight and you can burn out there. But it was a chilly one to start the day today, in the 30s and 40s even. A couple locations, some pockets of colder air out there. So a really, really chilly one out there to start. But then later on in the day, look what happened. The sunshine came out and temperatures really rose out there, close to 80 degrees here in Bangor. Some 70s to the north and same thing closer to the coast. But everybody was in on that nice weather out there earlier today. And our average high this time of year is supposed to be close to 80 degrees. So temperatures will pretty much be sticking around close to that 80-degree mark. Look at Wednesday, 86 as a high, and temperatures will continue to pretty much stick around close to 80, maybe slightly above that the next week. So really nice weather, and those temperatures will be looking nice out there. Tonight, same story as we hover in the mid-50s out there with those mostly clear skies. So a bit warmer than what we had starting out our day today. Tomorrow, a nice one once again, a little bit warmer than today as we'll be in the mid-80s out there with some mostly sunny skies. Once again, another beach day out there, and our extended outlook does show more chances of showers and thunderstorms actually arrive by Tuesday, especially in the afternoon hours on Tuesday. That lingers into Wednesday. Same thing by Thursday will be more of an on and off event. Look what happens by Friday, right in time for the weekend. We clear up and temperatures will be sticking around close to 80 degrees. Dylan?
All right, thanks, Conrad. Don't go anywhere, folks, because sports is next with Tyler Cruz.
For over 17 years, ADA Fence Company has been offering top quality fences at the best price and doing the job right the first time. Choose from vinyl, ornamental, wood, rental, and chain link fences. ADA Fence Company also builds kennels, enclosures, and gates of all types and sizes. Proudly serving Eastern and Central Maine. Call ADA Fence Company today at 1-888-891-4564. ADA Fence Company, the professional fence people.
What can I do to help you, hon?
Yes! 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 Get out! Andy! Get out of my room! Get out!
I'm not lying. I didn't say anything. Yes, you did. What did you say?
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Sarah's House is a cancer hospitality house. It basically serves people on their cancer journey. As they're battling cancer, they have to come down to Brewer to the treatment center here, and they can come from all different places in the state, as far away as Eastport to Aroostook County even. We've had guests come from all over. So if you live greater than 30 miles away, you have a place to come and be at home while you receive treatment. And really, usually guests become lifelong friends. So it's a connection unlike anything you'll ever see, and it's a place unlike anywhere I've ever been.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
Should we give it a try?
It's the adventurous thing to do. What can the island do for you?
Fantasy Island, Tuesday on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. Well, basketball usually isn't the first thing you think of when you hear summer, right? Usually baseball or hot dogs or fireworks. But on Saturday, Herman High School hosted its annual summer shootout with girls from all over the area coming to get their initial kicks in before the season.
For us, it's really the start.
We are 7 months away from that notorious week in February. But basketball season unofficially kicked off on Saturday with the 2022 Summer Shootout High School Girls Basketball Tournament.
But getting them on the court, making sure that they get their shots up and stay fine-tuned for when the season does come around, big importance.
For Brewers' Chad Labrie, he's heading into season number 1. So Saturday was one of his first experiences coaching this group, and this tournament gave him an opportunity to start building relationships.
It's us getting to know each other, them getting to know me getting to know them, understanding their strengths and weaknesses, them understanding my strengths and weaknesses.
9 schools from the area participated, and each one of them started to build those bonds.
It's really nice to be playing with our incoming freshmen because we get to know each other and get to learn how each other plays before the season.
It's a good bonding experience, and we really get used to what works and what doesn't.
With most of the coaches paying more attention to the movements on the court rather than the points on the board.
Wins or losses really aren't that important in the summer. It's more about getting kids acclimated to a new position, playing with the older kids at the varsity level.
For some seniors, it's their first year as a leading voice on the court and the bench, and their main goal is to make the newcomers feel as comfortable as possible in that first experience.
We've all been there, and I'm just excited to finally be a leader and someone they can look up to. So I'm excited just to guide them and help them.
I definitely know how it feels to be scared of the seniors. So I hope we both make people feel like they can be comfortable around us.
But while basketball season isn't too far out, no one is wishing away their summer just yet.
Summer actually makes me want basketball more because I love playing outside. I love playing outside, and it's just easier in the summer than snow.
It's nice to get out here, but it's hot, and I'd probably rather be swimming.
Yeah, me too, Allie. I would much rather be swimming. Staying on the subject, let's head over the puddle to Spain now. Cooper Flagg and Team USA's junior national team is just one win away from the gold medal game. taking on Lithuania on Saturday. Flag coming off of a double-double on Friday, 18 points, 11 rebounds, looking for more hardware to add to his trophy shelf. We're going to the second half. USA up big already. Ronald Holland forces a turnover, and then Jeremy Fears finds Coop on the alley-oop for the flush. 20-point game for USA. On defense now, Flag protecting the rim, denying the bucket on the chase down block, and that starts a fast break that ends with a jam from Ian Jackson, and then here he is showing off his long-range shot, nicely set up from his teammate. Coop knocks down the three, and USA goes on to win 89-62. They're headed to their 6th straight gold medal game. Let's head down to Boston now. It has been a little over a week since former Maine hockey star Jim Montgomery was named as the 29th head coach in Bruins franchise history. Montgomery was an absolute stud in Orono. He was part of the 1993 national championship team, was named the MVP of the tournament that year, and then followed up his time as a Black Bear with a 10-year pro hockey career before becoming a coach. Now, Monty was the head coach of the Dallas Stars before becoming an assistant with St. Louis after some personal struggles, and now he's returning to his role as the head honcho behind the bench. Both Bruins president Cam Neely and GM Don Sweeney says it's Monty's ability to communicate and past success that led them to the hire.
His past success, certainly something that intrigued us. His communication, not only with the players, but also I think with management, I think is something that's important, especially today. I mean, communication is key.
Ultimately, through the process, we just kept coming back to Jimmy's message, his ability to connect, and really his winning history is a big part of that as well. But he's gotten the most out of young players, older players, and being able to communicate effectively with everyone.
Staying in Boston and just heading over to Fenway, Chris Sale is back to being a major league pitcher once again. It was made official on Friday that Sale would take the ball for the Red Sox on Tuesday following his start in Worcester last week, where his control was kind of shaky, but Sale will be going up against Tampa Bay at Tropicana. It will be the first time since his ALCS loss on October 20th that he'll be taking the mound for the Sox. Staying on the Sox, I know it's kind of tough to find something about this team that makes me smile right now, but on Friday, the MLB announced the starters for the All-Star game that's just over a week away. And for the second straight year when the American League takes the field, Rafael Devers will be running out to start at third base. Devers has been a bright spot for Boston all season long. He is among the American League's top 5 in wins above replacement, hits, extra base hits, batting average, slugging percentage, and OPS. That list goes on, so a much-deserved nod from the Rotors to Rafi. All right, that is all we have for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Is this the new phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them?
I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Come to the Back Alley Restaurant. We have a full menu from appetizers to pizza to seafood. A full bar with happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. daily. The Back Alley Restaurant, Bangor. We are family owned and operated, where friends and family come to hang out.
Looking to keep it fresh this summer? Maine has just the thing. Locally grown fruits, vegetables, and herbs make for delicious cocktail creations like the strawberry jalapeno margarita and the cucumber basil martini. Or my favorite, the blueberry mojito. Tall, smooth, and incredibly appealing. Hey, strawberries aren't going to pick themselves. Find these cocktail recipes and hundreds more at mainspirits.com and the Maine Spirits app.
Breakdowns, collisions, things happen on the road unexpectedly. But here at Phil's Towing, we understand. With years of experience, our friendly professionals are here for you when you need them the most, no matter how big the task or vehicle is. At Phil's Towing, with our heavy-duty trucks, we guarantee an arrival time of 30 minutes or less and are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Give us a call at Phil's Towing. Anytime, anywhere, anything.
Join us at Fairmont Market in Bangor for hand-tossed pizza, sandwiches, salads, and much more. Serving our community since 1925. Fairmont Market is proof that great customer service and delicious food stand the test of time. Open 7 days a week.
The most talented home cooks return.
There's someone from every season.
This is MasterChef Back to Win.
Don't miss all new episodes Wednesday, only on Fox.
All right, thanks for staying up with us, everyone. A French chess club makes a checkmate move to secure a world record. The Sotron Chess Club has unofficially broken a Guinness record by building a vast 20.6 feet tall chess king. The piece was made to celebrate the 20th International Open Chess Tournament. The giant chess king has 768 pieces of wood and took more than 700 hours to assemble. The current largest chess piece is 20 feet in St. Louis at the World Chess Museum. The club plans to submit proof for Guinness to give them the official title soon. That's absolutely incredible to be able to put that many hours into a giant chess piece. I've never been very good at chess myself, so it'd probably be even more terrible if the pieces I was moving were, 20 feet in the air or whatever it was. It's pretty impressive, though. Pretty cool stuff. Well, holy mother of auctions, Batman. Die-hard fans of the Caped Crusader have the chance to purchase the Batsuit worn by George Clooney in 1997's Batman and Robin. The suit has been placed on a life-size mannequin replica of Clooney, which comes with the purchase. Heritage Auctions will be selling this as part of a sale of entertainment gems and oddities taking place in Hollywood later this month. As I said last night, we did the story last night, full disclosure, transparency. We're transparent here on Fox 22 News at 10. As I said last night, I am a huge Batman fan. But, George Clooney, probably my least favorite Batman in all of the Batman movies or animated series or anything like that. Unfortunately, my floor director has told me that his least favorite Batman is Val Kilmer, and he puts George Clooney above Val Kilmer, ladies and gentlemen, which is a crime if I ever heard of one. And if you want to tell my floor director just how wrong he is, you can tweet at him, at JeffHoke1. That's H-O-A-K, the number 1. And you can tell him that his taste in Batman is the worst taste in Batman in the history of late-night local news. Well, anyways, that's all the time we have for tonight. And as always, we appreciate you for tuning in, and we'll see you right here next time.
Their price, $30,000. Your price, $20. Can you tell the difference? Even expert jewelers have a difficult time distinguishing the Diamond Z4 CZ from mined diamonds because of their similarity. Now, for the first time ever, the fire and brilliance of flawless diamonds are captured in this beautiful ring, each perfectly complemented by a brilliant setting of sterling silver plate and offered at an unprecedented price.